by asking the real life tarot what the story is for today. What is the story for today? What is the story for today? This card here. Oh, that one came up yesterday. The Gamer, Fidget Spinner. Let's get a little space here. Eyes staring out in the dark. The deception. The zombie. And the revolving door. So, let's see what we have here. We have a story that involves a person who can't sit still. His game screen went dark. Looking through the window were eyes, eyeballs menacingly looking in. Deceiving, a deceptive air and unfold. A zombie wandered in the revolving door. Okay. All right, that story was lame. We'll try another story, right? Maybe it'll be better the next time. It'll be better the next time. Let's just get another good shuffle here. Another good shuffle. We're just going to be on for a short time. On for a short time. Not for a long time. This is an upright deck only. Real Life Tarot. What is your story that you want to tell us right now? We're starting with this LARPer. A self-absorbed dude wandering around with a sword, a shield, knee pads, elbow pads, afraid to fall on the ground, walking around town staring at a phone. The LARPer is a happy guy. The LARPer is a happy guy. Inside his head, he's a duck. A happy duck sipping on a chocolate shake by the pond. You see the pond's right over there? So this LARPer wandering around, believing he's a duck. A transhuman, foul, individual fantasy in his head. An alien has crawled out of a cave, crawled into a cave from the dark. Controlling the situation, breaking the bed at home. The LARPer chain smokes cigarettes and fidgets with the spinner in the dark. All right, that was another lame story. Let's see if we can come up with a better story, right? A better story. We need a better story to tell. I'm just getting warmed up. Hello. Hello, Juice World. Welcome. We'll just see if we can come up with a better story. A better story for the real life tarot to tell. Maybe we'll just ask a different question. What is the is of right now? 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 The is of right now is like this return receipt. You buy something, you don't like it, you come home, your partner tells you, we don't want this stuff. The is of the moment is that you overspent. So now you gotta go back into town and return all that stuff you bought before your partner comes and squashes you like this angel under a elephant's foot. Because this is how you feel. This is how you feel after your partner told you, we don't need this stuff. We don't want this stuff. Why did you bring this stuff home? Well, you brought it home because you really wanted some prime rib. You wanted the prime rib. You're hungry for prime rib. You're hungry for that marbled fat hanging on a hook. You know, when you put that in, sear it up really hot on a cast iron pan, cooked in butter with a little bit of salt, pepper, and rosemary. Prime rib. There's nothing that tastes better than prime rib. So you gotta pack up the car. She don't want that prime rib. She don't want that prime rib. You gotta pack all that stuff back up like a delivery driver back in the car. All those boxes of stuff that you bought for your partner, but your partner doesn't want it. You feel this tall after she stepped on you like a big, giant elephant. And then you try to turn things around. You think you think snow. Welcome. Try to turn things around and turn it into a comedy show, but she laughs you right out of the room. Your partner laughs you right out of the room because you feel that tall after your ego got squashed by your partner. And one more card to see how it all ends. It all ends with everything being deleted. The story is gone. All right. How are you all doing? How are you all doing today? Welcome, Juice World. Welcome, Pimp Name 24. Welcome. Well, we'll just try another one. Do you have a question you want to ask the real life tarot? You know, it can be a completely non-serious question. It can be like a non-serious question, and we can see if we get a serious answer, or it could be a serious question. This tarot oracle deck is capable of delivering the truth. I'm okay, I guess. I got to get up early tomorrow, so I'm just going to be on for a short time tonight. I think my freezer went out. Had to throw away a whole bunch of stuff. was able to save a little bit. Anyways, what do you care about that? Well, you know what? Let's see. How are you? That's the question we're going to ask. We're questioning, how are you? We'll see if the real life tarot can tell us, how are you? How am I? How about 5 cards? 5 cards. All right. So what we're going to do is just like you're looking at 5 cards. Just like that. We'll start with this one here. You're moving back in. That's how you are. Moving back in. You gave it your best go. A bomb went off over the hill at that fireworks show. I see. You're growing weed and mushrooms again. Well, you had to move back in because, you know, after that fireworks show, everything exploded in your house. And let's see what else. Most of your belongings were deleted in that bomb blast over there, except that bra you put on a pedestal out in the backyard. But you got that in those boxes. And a stack of student loan payments you got 50 years to pay off on the 50-year plan. That's pretty, seems like a pretty bleak picture of how are you. Anyways, mushrooms. All right. Let's see. Weed and mushrooms. What would weed and mushrooms do for us? All right, let's ask the real life tarot about what weed and mushrooms will do for our life. What will weed and mushrooms do for our life right now? The first card coming out is, we're in a cult. So you smoke that weed and it'd make you $1 million. Out in this cult here, we got the cult, the members of the cult walking around that rock, holding hands, singing praises to the rock. Hallelujah, hallelujah. This rock will save us. This rock will save us from mom. Because mom, you don't want mom coming in and telling you that you were dumb for starting that cult. And look, this deleter. So you got to delete what you did because you don't want mom finding out what you got on your phone. Pills. Big tray of pills. You got uppers, downers, all arounders, including vitamins, sugar pills, caffeine overload, and vitamins. And so you're going to put all that stuff into a blender, hit the button. You're going to start your own cult with blackjack and hookers, fast and forget the cult. Yeah, exactly. Blackjack and hookers. And danger. Danger is ahead if you push that button. Danger. Danger happens at this cult meeting. And again, mom comes in. Instead, puts her heavy foot down to squash the whole thing. Let's see what else is here. And then you're just moving back in. Moving back in. So you start that cult, but mom don't like it. You know, You're deleting stuff on your phone, kind of trying to hide what you did. Taking a bunch of pills, vitamins, uppers, downers, all arounders. Blending that stuff in a blender, making that perfect mixed drink. But danger is on the horizon because the big, heavy foot of reason is going to come in and crush your dreams and cause you to move back in. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. All right. We'll just try another one of these. All right. We need a good question to ask it. Good question to ask it. Supplied. Okay, so something about hookers and blackjack. Blackjack, hookers, casino. That's where the money's at. You got to open yourself up a casino. All right, let's see what's going to happen when we open up that casino. We're going to read about the casino. Okay? Going to read about that casino and see what the cards tell us about the casino. All right? A casino. We got 3 cards here, and this is the problem. This is the problem of the casino, and we'll see what the solution is. So with the casino, it's all about deception. To be successful in a casino, you got to be a good deceiver because, you know, those slot machines, do they really pay out? Are they really? Are the people pushing the button really gonna get rich quick? Let's see what else is going on at the casino. It's all about gaslighting. Gaslighting your guests. Ghosting them. Ghosts. You got ghosts down at that. And it's comfort. So, the casino, the issue with the casino, because you're starting from a place of deception, pushing the machines, pushing the buttons, feeding the dollar bills in. The casino's deceiving. It's deceptive. You feel like you're going to make a lot of money, you're going to be rich, but instead, the gas light happens. So you're going to go troll some other people? All right. So you're trolling me, but then I'm just not playing along, huh? All right, sir. Go troll some other people. Go have fun. Have fun trolling. And then we got that ghost. That's what happens to your money. It just goes up and puff like that. And then you go home to your dog who licks your face. And that's like the only one that loves you. All right, sir. Mr. Troll, sir. All right. Well, let's see. All right. Well, what kind of trolling do you want to do? How is your future tonight as a troll going to be like? There's a lot of cards popped out. We'll just save that one. We'll put these ones away. Story. So this is called the story of the troll. The story of the troll. Okay, we're going to go a 6-card story of the troll. We're going to see what the real life tarot is going to tell us about trolling tonight. We're going to be having some fun trolling. 2 cards, 3, 4. one off the bottom, 5, and 1 in the middle. Okay, this is about this reading is for all you trolls out there. Okay, what have we got? Is that 5 or 6? It's 6. Okay, let's see which is the first card. It starts Heretic, huh, Mr. Pepsi? Well, you know what? I'm just wishing all them trolls some good luck because, you got too many cats. All these cats laying on you, weighing you down. A man with 50 cats in his house. Gotta have some fun there, working as a troll. Cupid came to visit but left the house vomiting. There was too many cats, he got a hairball, vomited up. And here's a weed tree. Got the weed tree here. Too many cats. Vomiting Cupid, the weed tree. Rolling up them leaves and smoking it up into a puff of heresy. Out in the backyard is a used hybrid. Up on blocks. Dirty, rusty. Using it as a park car, huh? So the trolls got a park car. Deceiving people. That's what they do best online. Because what a troll does best is this. This is the mark of a good troll. Alright. That story was lame. I know it was a lame story. But you got too many cats, what says. Cupid just got sick trying to give you the love bug. But you got this comfort here. The comfort here in this weed tree. The weed smoking those leaves on the tree. But it's kind of deceptive. They didn't make you high. So you just went on home to your old used hybrid to tell more lies. Alright. The life of a troll. That's hello. Alright. Well, let's try something else. Let's try another one. We'll try one more, then I'm probably going to just call it a night here. Let's see what else we can do here. How about, I'm going to pull another deck out. Let's see what the vibe is. What's the vibe right now? What does it look like I'm doing? We're just going to be sifting through some cards, telling your story. Want to know what the story is. This is what the hell we're doing here. Telling your story. Your story. So what's your story, buddy? What is your story? What is your story? So your story. Clinging, bitter, angry, salty, seeking a glow up in the dark, setting boundaries, chaos. But you got to spend some time and smell the roses, buddy. So the story right now is Got to stop and smell the roses. There's a lot of chaos in your life. You need some boundaries. You need to glow up your life, to cover up that salt that's making you pissed off, bitter, angry, because some old ex is clinging on like a Klingon. A dingleberry Klingon. That's what I was thinking here. Alright. So, maybe I'm wasting my time here. Am I wasting my time here today? Is today just a waste of time? Kind of feels like it's a waste of time. Paranoid delusions. Paranoid. We're just doing some storytelling. Using these cards to tell some stories. Paranoid delusions. Family blood ties, exhausted, burned out, trapped in the spin cycle. So, paranoid delusions, broken family ties, exhausted by all the work, because you're trapped in the spin cycle. That's what this story is telling me. 4-4. 4-4. I guess what we're doing tonight, since it's not the usual fare I could redo, we are just practicing storytelling. Sometimes have you ever spent any time writing poetry, spinning poems in the moment? Actually, it's a lot harder than you might think. It's easy to... These are good words. Paranoid, family, exhausted, trapped. Some good image. Because that's actually what it feels like, You're so anxious and you're trapped in your head. And most of that's because of just exhaustion. And sometimes family can just wear you out. Taking care of your family. Stretched thin, trying to make it like this. Stretched thin. Thin man, huh? Stretched in there. Interesting. Well, I wonder if this was a mistake to come on tonight. You know what? I'm gonna do a yes no. I'm gonna ask I'm gonna just do a yes no and ask, was it a mistake for me to come on live tonight? Is it for the third time in like 24 hours? Was it a mistake? So 1 is no, 2, an even number is yes. So was it a mistake for me to come on tonight? Let's keep it in here. Keep it in the spin cycle here. No, it wasn't a mistake. It was not a mistake. That's what it's telling me. It's not a mistake. Let's try it again. 2 out of 3. It wasn't a mistake to come on. So there's some reason I needed to come on tonight. That one's indecisive, but it's actually reduced down. It says no. All right. I guess this wasn't a mistake then. I thought maybe it was a mistake. Let's try something different. Let's see what we can make sense out of randomness. randomness there here. Is that 5 dice there? I'm missing one. Making sense out of randomness. Maybe there's someone out there that needs a little extra help. We are going to add some randomness in here. These are just some letter dice. Some random words. So what am I doing here today? What am I doing here right now? What am I doing here? What am I doing here tonight? So we have ox. CH. Choke. Cho. Hawk. Ox. And an exclamation point. Okay. Hawk ox. I wonder what that means. Hawk ox. Hawk ox. Ho. Hose. Ho. We got ho and ox and a C. Ho ox. How about that? Is there a ho ox out there? A ho ox? Ho ox? Anyone? A ho ox? Okay. See if we can make some sense of this. Add some extra letters out here. What do we got? Row. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. B. So we got, I'm going to re-roll these. Hey, we got that C again. Psy. It's a psyop. Psyop is what's going on. Shh. Quiet. Quiet. Shh. Where's the beef at? Row. We got O. Of. Messages here. Okay. What's that noise outside? Okay. What are we doing here? I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Probably just trying to gain a little watch time. That's what I'm doing. Wasting my time. B row of shh. Quiet. Quiet. That's the message. We got the hoax, the psyop, got the B, the B, L, the B, L, hoax, locks, hoax, psyop, hoax, psyops, hoax, B row of shh. Makes no sense to me. Well, I don't know. I don't see anything here. No beer. No shh. No nothing. Hey, that doesn't go in there. Alright, let's just try this one more time. And see what the hell am I doing here right now? What the hell am I doing here right now? Okay. Let's see if we can find a message in the randomness. Go We got boy, go boys. Yay, yay, go boys. We got gob, boys. Soy gob. I wonder what soy gob is. All right, well, let's just see if we can find out what soy gob is. I'm going to put this away. I'm going to put this away because we're putting this away. We're not going to use it anymore. So let's ask the real life tarot what soy gob is. So what is soy gob? What is soy gob? What is soy gob? What is soy gob? Tell me, what is soy gob? What is soy gob? I know I'm just boring you all to death. This is like the most boring thing you've ever seen in your life. Let's clip it. Maybe I can clip it here. Soy gob. Okay. So the question is, what is soy gob? When I'm asking the real life tarot here, what is soy gob? What is soy gob? Bog soy? Soy gob? We're just going to ask, what is soy gob? And we'll just do 3 cards. 3 cards for what is soy gob. Soy gob is a big deception. Okay, soy gob. What this is telling me about soy gob is that it's a deception. Because of this holy than thou attitude you have, you've been infected by a mind virus. And soy gob is a mind virus that wants you to put this on a pedestal and go around line it up around town. That's what soy gob is. Let me see if we got something else. What's on in the middle? Moving back in. On the bottom, anxiety. Soy gob is about anxiety. Anxiety you feel because you've had to move back in. You told stories that weren't true. You put it up on a pedestal because you've been infected by a mind virus. Okay, that's what soy gob is. It doesn't make any sense. I understand. I know it doesn't make any sense. Let's ask one other question. What is soy gob? 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 And so, soy gob is about infinity. It's about 8. It's about the number 8. And what did you eat yesterday? Soy fries? Behind the curtain. Behind the curtain, you went fast. Fast. Fat. Behind the curtain, it went fast. Floating on the sea of tranquility. The curtain concealed the story from other people's eyes. So there is what soy gob is, a deception behind the curtain. You were trying on a bra behind the curtain, infected by a mind virus. That's what soy gob is. Okay, I know it doesn't make sense, but you know what? Sometimes life doesn't make sense. Sometimes it just doesn't make any sense. And that's where we're at today. It don't make no sense. It don't make any 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 sense. It don't make no 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 sense. It doesn't make any sense. I just don't understand why it doesn't make any sense. 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 And I am wasting your time, your precious time, and you have just turned away because this is the most boring show on YouTube. Soy Gob. Because I think I'm a stand-up comedy, but this isn't a stand-up comedy show. It's just a microphone, a three-legged stool with a glass of milk on it, and it's half full. All right. That's all I got for you guys. I'm going to try this another night when I feel better. Good night. And thank everybody for pushing the like button. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Even if it's just for 30 seconds, thank you. Because, you know, it's all about love, love, love. Opening that inner gate in you. Looking for your big old heart that has gobs, bogs, bogies, like bogies, bogies. Anyways, bye bye for now. I'll be back another day with something better.